story, and probably if you haven't watched the introduction, then you won't know what a zombie story is about. It's basically a zombie story, mostly, with vampires and werewolves. Werewolves, you know, the furry, shape-shifting from man to beast guys, also known as lichens. Also known as lichens. But yeah. Um, so this story follows. Just gotta find the page. Should have really done this beforehand. Didn't really think about it. Oh no, that's Hotel Stay, which is a completely different book. Completely different.
I think that you need to take a break, okay?
100% different.
Maybe a little bit, I'll come out here.
So for the main characters who are immune from the zombie virus, there is Tia, who I was thinking would be played by Jennifer Lawrence, none other than Jennifer Lawrence, who was in House at the End of the Street. The House at the End of the Street. She was also in The Hunger Games. Jennifer Lawrence. Kind of pretty. For Mia, Emily Browning from Sucker Punch. And Ghost Ship, even though she was a little Piddywinkel back then. For Rhea, myself, because, you know, I am that character. You know, because I love the zombies, I love zombie apocalypses, and it is exactly what I'd do in a zombie apocalypse. If I was immune, like, that's how I've written it, like, if I was immune, this is what I'd do, kind of thing. For the brother, none other than my homie, Sean, also known as Dan. Yeah, because like certain characters are only going to be written for certain people, and like, anyone other than that ain't really gonna get in, you know. Ignore that. That was just my messages. Just going on like a kind of date site, you know, trying to find a nice girl. Yeah, but all they seem to be interested in is nudes. Not for me, thank you. Not for me. I don't have the self-esteem to do that. But I do have the self-esteem to kind of dress in little stuff and fire stuff because, you know, fire stuffing, you work up the sweat and everything. Oh yes, I would take my fire stuff on a zombie apocalypse. I would take this guy to a zombie apocalypse. This guy to a zombie apocalypse because he should be your best friend. He should be your best friend. Not only could you possibly use him for pole vaulting, which, you know, gets you over something, but you can use it as something to push a zombie away. Everyone knows that would be handy, pushing a zombie away. Because you don't want a zombie to bite you, because that would be bad, you know. Zombie biting you basically equals the end of your life. Yes, I straightened my hair. If you did watch the introduction to me, if you haven't, like, me with my hair straight, my hair is normally curly, but like sometimes I like to straighten it. But as you can see in this humidity, it kind of just goes straight back to being a little bit curly. So yeah, not really much point in that, but I kind of just dyed my hair to dye it, and I really wanted to see what it looked like. This is basically for the character of Rhea in a zombie story. I like to get a feel for my characters by dressing like them and acting like them, and yeah, by the clothes that they wear. I kind of get research from YouTube. I've got Walking Dead on in the background. Because it's zombies. You need if you write a story, you need to build up facts first. Like you don't want to go into a story all half cocked, and you don't want to be just some nonsense stuff. That's not what anyone wants to do when they're writing a book. They want people to think it's a good read. They want people to actually enjoy reading it, build up suspense, that kind of thing. I'm just basically doing a small walkthrough of my story, general ideas, seeing if people like it, researching at the moment. Because it's not even above one page yet. I know there's all these papers and everything, but it's actually only on the laptop for one page. So yeah, need to get some good feedback, and then had a hair on my arm. oh, nasty. Sorry. It's one of my phobias. No, that's not it. I'm actually looking for found it. Right, I don't know if anyone has seen The Descendants and The Descendants 2, but there's a couple of people from those things that I have chosen to be in here. Basically, the main characters are in it. Mal, the Evil Queen's little daughter, Evie, and then you got Jay and Carlos. Yeah, Carlos. Yeah. So Sophia Carson played Evie, Dove Cameron played Mal, Boo Boo Stewart played Jay, and Cameron Boyce played Carlos. So yeah, you can actually quote me on that. You can. I have that for facts because I have the DVDs. I've paused it and everything, and I've cross-referenced it with that on the internet, so I know it's a fact that those guys play those characters. But I don't know if it's going to be a fact or not that they're going to play the characters in this story. I hope they will. But there's every chance that they will turn it down because they do not like the story, or because their publicist or their agent says no. It could happen. Just don't rule anything out. But it's good to have your dream cast. I have my dream cast. As you can see, I have my dream cast. All of my dream cast. Yeah. That's what I do before I start a book. I go over the Dreamcast. Yeah. I also write notes. As you can see here, you can see that vampires live in Barrow, Alaska, where they can enjoy 30 Days of Night. And then you have information about the vampire zombies. And then you have information on the werewolves, who live on some tropical island. The werewolves live on a tropical island, not sure where yet. It has to be big enough for them to be able to run around in the werewolf form, but also small enough to not already have a civilization there. That they're the only civilization there. Or maybe there was a civilization and they completely destroyed it, making an army. And whoever didn't turn it. Basically, whoever denies the transition from human to vampire or human to werewolf, they get turned into the zombies. The like anyone who doesn't transition into a vampire, they get turned into a vampire zombie. You know, which means they can climb walls and yeah. They have the sonar, which if you were watching the first video, you'll have seen. So, like, yeah, vampire zombies have sonar. But they can climb the walls like a spider, kind of like Spider-Man. But they are frozen in daylight. Like, daylight is the one thing. It doesn't kill them. It just paralyzes them in a way. So, like, the werewolf zombies, they can run and jump, so, you know, they're kind of more scarier zombies than the vampires, which the vampires are pretty scary too, but they're not going to run and jump after you. So, like, if you run off a rooftop and you jump onto a helicopter, the werewolf's just going to follow you. Like, the werewolf zombie is just going to follow you. And same with the werewolf. A werewolf is restricted to only their human self during the daylight hours, which is really kind of harsh. And vampires, they don't burn up to ash, but you know they are really weak in the sunlight. You know they have major migraines and everything in the sunlight, and they can't focus properly. And you know. So yeah, the werewolf zombies can run and jump. They have patches of fur in like weird places. So like there'd be a patch of fur here, patch of fur here. It would be like weird to see. I'm also really looking forward to seeing it if I do get to see it. I hope I do. I hope like feedback goes well and that like people will actually like the story enough and a director will just be like, I want to turn this into a movie, and I will get to play my character and maybe help with this prosthetics. I could get Porcelain's help, you know. She's a great YouTuber. She mostly does makeup tutorials, but she's a real person. I love her. She has awesome hair colors. You know, she likes to stick to bright eye makeup. Notice that I'm only wearing like purple. Like I mostly stick to purples and reds. Like, yeah, purples and reds are my thing. I'm not really a like color person, as you can see by my top. I love black. I love black. Yes, this is a black top. I got it at a charity shop. Yes, it has been washed porcelain. Before you go, ew, because I saw your thrift store videos, all of them, and I really want you to make more. I would like you to do a zombie apocalypse video if you can. Like, just look at the comment and just please, porcelain, please. So, werewolf zombies are frozen during the daylight too. But werewolf zombies cannot make other werewolf zombies. Vampire zombies cannot make other vampire zombies. It takes a vampire to make a vampire zombie, and a werewolf to make a werewolf zombie. Okay? There's no ifs, no buts, no coconuts. People can, like, be turned into zombies by either the vampire zombies, the werewolf zombies, or the normal zombies, which are basically, you know, they kind of are partially frozen during daylight hours. So they're just like they're stuck in the last position that they were standing in before dawn came, and so basically they're just like stood there. But if someone walks past, they can follow you with their heads, like Silent Hill. Love that film. Silent Hill. I think it was like more than one film though. Like one or two, maybe three. I'm not sure. I haven't seen them all, obviously. My favorite DVD ever is hobo with a shotgun. A hobo with a shotgun. I like the gore and the blood. The blood is awesome with it. There's this guy who gets toasted by his ice skate getting shoved in a toaster. Like, it's awesome. If you really love gore and stuff, like, you will watch this. Hands down, hand over my heart, I say watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Yeah. Basically this side it's just places to raid, which is like you need to get things that you need for a zombie apocalypse. You know, you need your food, you need your water, you need like if you're living out in the wild, you need ways of making water safe to drink. Like you have those straws, you have those tablets. Tablets work over like long periods of time, so you need the straw for drinking at when and if you need it. So both options for that would be really good. You also need your fire starting kit, which is either a striker and the little blade thing. I'm not sure of the name. I've only watched the video once. I need to go over it again. Cause yeah, there's probably gonna be like a few zombie story videos coming out because I'm unsure of what my timing should be on these videos, and I really like to, you know. Plus, I get distracted and I start talking about other things, as if you see this video, you're already aware of, because I've already straight off track a couple of times. I'm not sure how many. People you need on your team. Obviously, you need the leader, the person who makes the hard decisions, you know, where to loot, where's your next safe place, what city you're going to, you know, the person who keeps everyone calm and, you know, together, the person who sorts out any disagreements is, but that person also needs to be careful, because there can be a lot of backstabbers in the zombie apocalypse. Hell, there can be a lot of backstabbers anyway. Not to name names. They know who they are. Car mechanics, because you never know when your vehicle's gonna just pack up on you. Also, car mechanics would be good for like just getting a car going, or like say if you find a car in a zombie apocalypse and you know it's broken down or something, like a mechanic would really help. You need the hunter, because essentially they can hunt down the food if you eat meat, that is. I personally do not. Vegetarian, kind of vegan. I only really drink milk. I have vegetable butter, so that doesn't really count as like like a vegetarian thing. That counts as a vegan thing. It's called Vitalite to any vegans out there. Made with, I think, olives. I'm not sure. Yeah. Right. You also need an agricultural expert, because they'll know what plants and stuff is okay to eat outside in the wild. They'll also be able to plant stuff if you get a safe base. You know, if you get a safe base, they can plant stuff in. Well, you'll still have to go out and hunt, or like go and find some plants or something to eat. But like after a good while, if like crops are successful, you'll have quite a bit of like food like at your base, so you know, stock up. You need soldiers, one or more. You know, they may be like not with the army anymore because the army's, you know, all gone, but not in this story. Yeah, soldiers will be coming, but they will be ordered to. you know. Basically, the army brats have clearance because Rhea, she has visions. So yeah, and the visions normally help them. So you know, why wouldn't the kids army brats have clearance to be able to do it? You need your raiders because I would love to be a raider. Like, why not? It's the best job in the world. You get to go to new places, kick down the door, or break in. You know, you get to take whatever you want as long as it's needed. You know, if you can carry it. Like, if it's lightweight and you can carry it, go for it. Go for it. Like, no one's gonna stop you if you've got everything you need. But, like, as long as you don't risk everyone's lives for that one thing or those couple of things, if, you know, kind of like Bob on The Walking Dead. Yes, The Walking Dead. So raiders, they do the messy jobs. I'd be a raider, but I'd also be a distractionist. Meaning, because my character is immune, she just goes around with the boombox on her shoulders, right? Blasts the music up, draws the zombies to her, and then goes on a killing spree. Yay. Sorry, but she's by far my favourite character that I'm writing, and yes, she dies. Bleh. I'm not really so sad about that, considering even as a ghost, she's kind of cool. Yeah, she comes back as a ghost. Just heads up. Spoiler alert. You probably won't remember this anyway, but yeah, spoiler alert. You need your interpreters, because you never know when you're going to meet a foreigner, or if you're going to be the foreigner. Well, it's always good to know. Well, it's always good to have someone, just in case. Well, I don't fancy learning all those languages. I'm finding it hard enough just to learn any bit of Japan for one of my other stories. Sorry, Japanese. For one of my other stories. And, like, I get really confused with how they mix the words around. It's like watching Spirited Away the other day, and I put it on English first, a couple of times until I knew the script pretty well, and then I put it in Japanese with English subtitles, and most of the script changed. Yeah, I was surprised too. Like, most of the script changed. So, yeah, you definitely need an interpreter, like in the zombie apocalypse. You also need scientists, which, in a zombie story, the army brats are going to have to find all the well-known scientists, you know, and, you know, help them make the cure, which is all of the immune people's blood. Basically, kind of got that off of I think it was called Pandemic. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, think so. Pandemic. Yeah, yeah. It had Tiffany Thiessen in it. She's very pretty. I think every girl's very pretty. Yeah. You also need your blacksmith, because when ammo runs out, you're going to need weapons, and you're going to need to upkeep your weapons so, you know, you can continue bashing those zombies' heads in, or, you know, slicing their head off, because, you know, I would personally slice off their heads, and then, like, I would try and play tennis with them. Still animated, of course. You know what, it's going to be harder for them to bite. But seeing as how my character's immune, she doesn't have to worry about them biting her, because they think that she's one of them, as well as her siblings and the other people immune. The people who are immune are only immune to the zombies, like all three of the zombies. They're not immune to the vampires or the werewolves. Hey, the vampires and the werewolves can tell the difference. The zombies ain't smart enough, okay? Okay? They just think they're dead because, you know, one has visions, another's an empath, one has a dormant, fatal disease. Like, it's like, it's either like cancer or like something like that. But like she could just drop down dead at any second. Like no warning at all. You know, that's Tia. She can drop down dead at any moment. Mia is an empath, and Rhea is the one who has visions. There is also Edward Stanley. He is immune because he has never been sick. I have an idea for a Japanese person and a Chinese person, them being immune to. Let me know if you think any other. Well, I'd like to know like where you guys think people should be from who should be immune, and why you think they should be immune. That would be cool. Maybe you might get a little shout out or a little thanks to in the film if it becomes a film. Like I will make sure you get a thanks to. Like I will write it down in my notes. I have notes. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure the director sees them. Fingers crossed it does. So yeah, blacksmith, you need a scavenger who is very different to a raider, because a raider will break into some place, whereas a scavenger will just hit up somewhere that's not locked down. Like scavengers will like also look for like berries and stuff. Like, they scavenge for not just like essentials from like say like in Walking Dead they have that traffic jam and everything, that standstill traffic jam where they have to hide under the vehicles. I like the word vehicle. Where they have to hide under the vehicles to stay away from the zombie sites. Where T-Dog also gets his arm cut by the car door. Daryl saves his life though! Go Daryl! Woohoo! Yeah. Sorry. Kind of have this idea that he might be in a zombie story, depending if he's still in a Walking Dead or not. Yeah, he was in Charmed and Blade too as Scud. He had the vampire tattoo on this hip of his lip to, sneak past Blade. But Blade ends up killing him in the end. Go Wesley Snipes. That's all we're saying. So yeah, scavengers, they go off looking for things that are not locked down. You also have your looting experts, like locksmiths, who can actually pick locks and break open bolts and safes and everything, which you kind of need. You need like someone who can do that. You also need your chef / culinary expert, because you want to get the best nutrition you can in a zombie apocalypse. You don't want to be getting a stitch from seriously bad food for you. You don't want to essentially starve or eat the wrong thing. So they can do pretty much near enough the same thing as an agricultural expert, but not the agriculture. They just know what's good for you and what's not. Food and safety wise and hygiene stuff. It's been ages. You also need your strong people. I don't think I would count as a strong person, as I only really have little bursts of strength, generally due to anger or stress. Yeah. So like your strong people, they can bash people out of the way, like kind of like riot police do. but I don't think they're going to be of much use in a zombie apocalypse. Oh my god, we've gone 30 minutes already. Oh my gosh, are we even allowed to put this on YouTube? Excuse me. Yeah, you also need your medic / nurse or doctor, because, you know, if you hurt yourself, you need professional help, but it would be still great to learn first aid for yourself and CPR, just in case. Though, if they've been infected, don't go giving them CPR, just the compressions, not the mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, okay? Just letting you know, because you don't know how the zombie virus can be spread. It could be spread through all bodily fluids. You also need your survivalists. Yes, you need your survivalists, because they know the wild probably a lot more better than you do. And, you know, you need the know-how, or otherwise you and your team are dead. So those are the top, like, people you need on your team. Like, even if you're not the leader, you know, you need, even if you don't fall into these categories, you need to be helpful to your group. Not, not, not dead weight. Well, you can after they've gotten to the community stage, but just be prepared for your ass to be left. Sorry, your butt to be left, because if you slow them down, they will get eaten.